Hi everybody, so I got something to talk about today. For the last few weeks, I've been doing battle. I've been going at it hard and, doing what I can. But I've been in battle. And I hate to say it, I'm losing this battle. So, yeah, let's talk about it. This is who has been defeating me over and over in our epic battle. I take his stance, but he will not budge an inch. I've tried negotiation, I've tried fear, I've tried threats, I've tried peace talks, but nothing seems to work. He will not accept peace talks. He has chosen the path of resistance. You might be wondering what led us to this point in battle. And you might even be thinking it's just a small raccoon. He knows what he's doing. It started a few weeks ago. I had been out for most of the day, and I got back to camp while it was dark. Walked into camp, and lo and behold, guess who I saw? That little bandit, sitting on my table. He'd broken into my bag, and he was eating my rice. I have these small packets of ready-to-eat rice. He took them out of my bag, and he's on his third one. I look at him, and he's looking at me, and I try to scream at him to get out, and he just stares at me and continues to stick his head into the rice and just chow down. Now, I'm against violence of pretty much any type. I managed to yell and scream to get him to leave, and he left. And I figured, okay, he's been scared off, he won't come back. I was really wrong. It was only the beginning of the last 3 weeks. I did what I could. I blocked off my door so there was no way for him to get in. He still figured it out. First, he dug a hole, and he got in the shelter. But I chased him off, and I plugged the hole. Well, that wasn't good enough for him. He still wanted in. So he began to test my perimeters and test my defenses. And eventually, he found another way in. He got in through another hole. The little bandit was determined, and he decided he's going to keep coming back. Several times a night, he stops by and tries to figure out how to get in, making so much noise, not giving a care, just keeping me up all night. Until eventually, he decides it's a good idea to get on top of my shelter and scream and cry most of the night. And that went on for a week. I finally was able to strike back, and I went out when he was there. He didn't want to come down, and he kind of got stuck in the tree where you saw him for the entire day. I fought back. He didn't want to move, and he stayed on my shelter all day. And I figured that was it, because when he finally got down, he left, and he didn't come back for like 3 days. That was until last night. The little bandit is out for revenge. It was about 2 a.m. and I was woke up suddenly by a thump. The little bandit made his way into the camp. He made his way through the door and pushed everything down to get in. It woke me up, and I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight. Guess who's sitting there right on my bag staring at me? That's right, it's him. I scream and yell at him, and what does he do? He just looks at me, basically laughs. He turns around, and he decides to leave, but what does he do? He grabs a strap on my bag, and he runs out the door with my backpack. I went running out the door. I wanted my bag. He was gone with it. The worst part is, this is 2 a.m., and I wasn't fully dressed. And it's dark out, so just imagine a big guy like me in the middle of the woods, without pants on, screaming at a raccoon for his bag. I found my bag halfway up a tree, and now I have tonight to look forward to, because he's coming back. I can't believe there's a 36-year-old man being bested by a forest cat. That little bandit, that little raccoon, he's a smart one. It's his plan to wear down me physically and mentally. Lack of sleep is a real thing. But yeah, that's the story of that evil raccoon so far. So if you're new here and you like that video, please consider subscribing and leaving a like. That'd be awesome. Thank you everybody for joining me. I know it's a weird one, but thought I'd make a video about them.